Current Australia won. Number 1 won the title back in Carrick last Saturday night, Bob. We'd like to welcome you to Redline Speedway. And what do you think of your title at Carrick?
I'm very thrilled with it, Norm. Second time round was just as sweet as the first one. The pleasing thing about it was that I made a mistake early in the race, went to the rear and had to come from the rear, so I think I deserved the win.
You had a pretty little hard boy behind you in that Chris Fing and Little Cortina. Was he giving you a bit of a hard time?
I think Chris Fing would have to be the Rookie of the Year for his performances in Queensland this year. To run second in an Australian title, his performances, I think, are outstanding.
Yeah, I saw he was in the spectators area. I think he won a few fans because, you know, he was really there giving you a bit of a run for your money, and I think if he had made a boo-boo, he would have been there, I think.
Oh, no question about that.
What's 86 since you won your last Australian title?
86 in Mildura.
How do you think you'll go out here at Redline?
Well, I think it's like any racetrack. I'm now racing on some Victorian turfs. I think Jaco would have to be looking good here. I don't know a lot of the other local lads, but I think that we'll give it a run, but the local lads must be favourites. It's their turf.
I think you'll find the track a bit different here to what you did at Carrick for the final.
Yes, though I think this track's going to go, by the look of it to me at the moment, I think it's going to go very hard and black. If it goes hard and black, which makes it, and stay smooth, I think that'll suit us. But if it goes lumpy, well then I think it's devil take the hindmost. Anybody can get up then.
Well, Bob, we'd like to wish you all the best, and let's hope you're up the front when the green flag, the checker flag's there.
We'll be giving it a good try, thanks, Norm.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Queensland, who was runner-up in the Australian title at Carrick last Saturday night. Chris, how did you put the night's racing in? And
well, the racing was good, nice and clean, and I had no real problems with traffic and stuff like that. Wasn't a lot of lap traffic. I believe there's a few dingles in behind. I didn't see much of that, but otherwise it wasn't too bad.
Do you think if you had got past Bob, because you were giving him a bit of a hard time there for a while, do you think if you had got past him, you could have maybe went on and won it quite easy, or?
Well, I reckon I could have given him a good run to the finish, but I was actually running in front of Bob at one stage, and on a restart I was put to the outside and on the first row, and I basically got hemmed out there, and Bob went underneath, and that was sort of the, I suppose you could say, my fatal mistake. And from there on in, I got under him once. In front of him, he spun, they put him back in front. Bit of bad luck with the scrutineering. I didn't think that was quite fair, but that's the way it goes. He finished in front of me, and I accept it.
Chris, people were quite rapt with the way you're on the stoppages and you're running out into the middle, running through the mud to cool the tyres down. I think that was a thing that sort of saved your tyres.
Oh, yeah, definitely. My tyres were actually in good condition after the race. I only took half of them off. It was a really hard track on the tyres, and towards the end there was no stoppages, and they really did go off compared to the first half of the race when where I got a chance to cool them off, whereas in the end I didn't, and it certainly was paying off, and until the lengthy run towards the end.
Well, getting back on tonight's title, Victorian title here at Redline, how do you like your chances here?
I think I've got as good a chance as anyone else. It's a bit hard to predict something, you know, who's going to win, what's going to happen. Anything can happen. But yeah, I'm going to give it the biggest shake I can anyway. And
anyway, Chris, all the best for tonight, mate, and hope you're up there at the front.
Yep, no worries. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, mate.
Yep, no worries.
Yes, we get a drop this time as we're into the Victorian title. Heat number 1 over 12 laps. Robbie Stevenson from Redline in car number 42, first into the line. Lucas Walker from Yarra Valley slips into second place in car number 23. And here comes the current Australian champion, Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 19. Followed by Newton in car number 10. Then comes from Les Murphy from Corowa in car number 37. But it's Robbie Stevenson from Redline in car number 42. Second place, Lucas Walker in 23, and on the outside, Bob Whirling goes in his Commodore car number 19. Behind them in car number 10, David Newton, and Whirling still on the outside. Bob Whirling, car number 19, looking for a win, and look at him go in car number 19. He is the current Australian champion. He's hit the front after 2 laps. Robbie Stevenson from Redline runs second in 42. Then comes car 23, Lucas Walker. He's followed by David Newton in car number 10. Then comes from Corowa, Les Murphy in car number 37. In trouble from Alex in car number 28. Jeff Blackwell breaking down, but the car still keeps going. And the leader pulling away to a good one is Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 19. Second place now coming up for Walker in 23 as Robbie Stevenson in car number 42 has fallen from first. Second, and now he's third, and sitting on his tail we have David Newton from Nyora in car number 10. But Whirling doing it nicely out in front in car number 19. Second place in car number 23, Lucas Walker and his Rambler. Third place in Atrana, Robbie Stevenson in car number 42, but flying at the moment in car number 19, Bob Whirling in his Commodore. In second place in car number 23, Luke. It's breaking down. The Commodore's blowing, I think. Whirling in car number 19 is blowing. It sounded sick as it come under the start-finish line. Smoke pouring out of the back of the car, and that's coming from the engine. Listen to it as it comes around. It's sick, number 19. He's got one car in reserve. Listen to it. The Whirling car is sick, car 19. Walker with a chance now to catch him in car number 23. Robbie Stevenson still in third. He's followed by David Newton in car number 10. Then comes Les Murphy from Coro in car number 37, and the sick Commodore still leads. Whirling in 19, that's Bob Whirling in trouble, but he keeps it going. Is it worth it? He's got a car in reserve. If he blows now, he won't see the rest of the heats out in car number 19. Second place still to Lucas Walker in 23, and it's getting slower. Then comes Robbie Stevenson for third in 42. He's running out of cylinders. And looking happy, Lucas Walker in 23, but he can't close the gap. He's blowing smoke as he backs off out of turn number 2. But a very sick Commodore, the Whirling Commodore from Queensland, in trouble. Boy, gee, can it stay together? It seems to be. Third place still to Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Second place will go to car number 23. Third place to Robbie Stevenson from Redline in car number 42, but they've still got a lap to go, and sitting on his tail is David Newton from Nyora. The Commodore's sick, but I tell you what, Lucas Walker can't close the gap. A checkered flag coming up. It's 12 laps. The first one completed now is a checkered flag. Whirling in 19. Walker second in 23. Then comes Robbie Stevenson in 42. He's followed by David Newton in car number 10. Then will come Watson in 17. Then in car number 70, Martin Hawson. Behind him from Coral, Les Murphy in car number 37. And looks like bring up the rear of the field in car number 7, Robbie Cochran in his Commodore. Oh, listen to that Commodore. It is sick. He's not stopping for his prize money. Either of the other guys looks they're going to go off. They'll have to collect it later on. And that 12-lapper in a time of 3:40.47. 3:40.47. 42.7 out. This is event number 3. Second heat for the A Modified Production Saloon title, courtesy of the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel. We get a green, yes we do. We're looking for a better time of 3:40.47. Pittman takes the lead into turn number 1. Carol Grista second place in car number 20. Ricketts and his Capri runs in third place at the moment in car number 9. From Colin Durham in car number 8. But looking and coming through there, Noel McGrath and his Commodore car number 4. On the inside of Ricketts, he pulls back, he nudges Ricketts, he could be in trouble. He causes havoc to every driver out there. Even car number 16 involved in that, Paul Sheen from Mildura. But Pittman with a good lead and should be able to hold it from there in car number 24. Carol Grist, the lady driver, in second place in car number 20. Third place at the moment goes to car number 8, and that's Colin Durham. David Ricketts in car number 9 being bashed from pillar to post from car 22, and car number 16, he's in the middle. 4 clouts of fence, that's Noel McGrath. Went real fiery in the first lap and has gone to the rear of the field. Pittman and his Tirana doing it nicely. Grist second, and look at him push and shove. In third place still it's Colin Durham in car number 8. Third place to car number 22, Stephen Blackburn from Queensland. Coming through on the inside of him, Paul Sheen in car number 16. Ricketts stays with him from Geelong in car number 9. But Pittman opens a big gap. He's safe if the car stays together. Carol Grist driving superbly in car number 20. Third place to car number 22, and that's Steve Blackburn from Queensland. He goes the outside of Grist and looking for second, and will take second into turn 3. Sheen on the outside in Mildura going for third place. Gets a little bit untidy. The Queenslander in 22. Steve Blackburn to second place. Pittman with a big lead. Third place still to Carol Grist in car number 20. Now comes car number 16, Paul Sheen from Mildura. On the inside of Carol Grist and goes to third. Pittman leads. Blackburn running second. Third place, Paul Sheen. Fourth place, Carol Grist. Then come Colin Durham and a very sick-sounding Capri there of David Ricketts from Geelong in car number 9. Pittman with a big lead and doing it nicely from second place. Get a car 22, Steve Blackburn. Third place from Mildura, Paul Sheen in car number 16. Fourth place to Carol Grist in car number 20. Then comes a Capri sounding a little bit better this time around in car number 9, and car number 8 dies. Colin Durham from Avalon goes to the infield. Paul Sheen goes to the infield from Mildura in car number 16, was running third. He now almost disqualifies him. We have a red as we have Mel Holt out in the corner, in corner number 2, and the red has gone up. Cars coming around quickly. The stewards not waiting. They put the red up. We have a stoppage with about 7 laps down, 5 to be completed. Now Brett Pittman in trouble because he will have Blackburn sitting on his tail. He had almost a quarter of a lap lead. Third place now will go, think back to Carol Grist in car number 20. Fourth place to the Capri driven with Geelong driver car number 9, David Ricketts. Pittman the leader from Queensland. Blackburn in car number 22. Car number 20 from Redline, Carol Grist running third. From Geelong, David Ricketts in his Capri, car number 9 running in fourth place. And I don't know the other placing at this stage, but heat number 2 of the A-Modified Production Saloon Victorian title, sponsored by the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel here in Warren Heath, in Ballarat. As Blackburn tries to go the outside as a flag drop. Comes unstuck. Pittman will have to stay on the line, on the pole line. Brett Pittman in car number 24, now under pressure from Blackburn from Queensland in 22. Carol Grist with a little bit of breathing space there in third place in car 20 from Dave Ricketts from Geelong in car number 9. Pittman, first year in saloon car racing, doing nicely out in front. Blackburn from Queensland still runs second in car number 22 from Grist, running third in car 20. In fourth place from Geelong we have Dave Ricketts in car number 9. They're followed then by Avalon 29, Dennis Moyle. Then comes Christopher Overall from Ballarat, and from Avalon Malcolm Holt bring up the rear of the field in car number 64. Brett Pittman in car number 24 still leads, gets untidy out of 2. But Blackburn was behind. He sees if the pressure he's applying on Pittman is working because he's coming through on the inside. 2 laps to go. Pittman, can he hold him? In 24, Blackburn loses ground going into turn number 1. Pittman leads, Blackburn second, Grist third. And we've got petrol pouring out of the back car of the car of Mel Holtz, and it looked like it's fuel, so they've pulled him to the infield. The white flag up, Pittman leads, Blackburn second, Grist third, and Pittman, can he do it? Brett Pittman in car number 24 has got half a lap to go as Blackburn from Queensland pulls up behind him in car number 22. Carol Grist from Redline should take third in 20, and then from Geelong, car number 9. And Pittman does it by half a bonnet. Brett Pittman in 24. By half a bonnet to Blackburn from Queensland in car number 22. That's Steve Blackburn. Third place to Carol Grist in car number 20. Fourth place to David Ricketts in car number 9. Then I think it was car 29, then Christopher Overall in car number 10. And you've got to stay in there, pick up your points, and that's those 2 guys at the rear. Car number 10, Christopher Overall, and in car number 29, Dennis Moyle have picked up points. A good win to Pittman in 24, had a big lead before the stoppage. Put under lots of pressure by Blackburn in car number 22, that's Steve Blackburn from Queensland, but holds out to take first points from Blackburn second in car number 22. Third place went to Carol Grist in car number 20, and fourth place to David Ricketts in car number 9 in a time of 3:40.36, a better time. 3:40.36, got the 2 times added up. Also, don't forget our good sponsor here today for the Victorian title, for A-Modified Productions. I thought they were laying water down, and just a light sprinkle there with the water truck also packing the track down. The Brewery Tap Hotel Motel on the Melbourne Ballarat Highway at Warren Heath for great counter meals, takeaways, and features accommodation for a top night. Call into the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel on the Melbourne Road, Warren Heap. It's opposite the big BP service station. It's on your way back to Melbourne on the big highway for a great counter meal or takeaway. Accommodation available if you want it, and that's the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel, and we'd take this opportunity once again to thank them for their sponsorship of the Victorian A Modified Production Saloon title here at Redline Raceway. We've seen a good win now to Queensland car driver car number 19 and Redline driver car number 24. Whirling in 19, Pittman in 24. Heat 3 over 12 laps, and it's car number 44 first into turn number 1, and that's Warren Meisner in car number 44 trying to slip through. On the inside of him is Ken Alberni in car number 8, but didn't quite get away with it. Who's that flying on the outside? Jacobson now makes a move. Look at him, 3 wide in turn number 3. 3 wide the outside, that's the way to go, he says, as he gets into it. That's car number 2, Gary Pagel from Queensland, a little bit untidy out of turn number 4. From the rear of the field, 1 lap, he's gone to 5th place. He's about to, oh, he gets put into the fence there by Neil Sidey from Avalon. Oh, goodness gracious me, Peter Jacobson in all sorts of strife. Just gone on the outside of Neil Sidey, and Sidey clouts him and puts him into the fence, would you believe? And that's a stoppage. Well, well, well. He goes into 3rd place. We get a green. They're going to let it go. Yes, he's okay to go. Low start, but Alberni in car number 8, quick on the outside, slips into 2nd place now. The lead still to Warren Meisner in car number 44. 2nd place to Ken Alberni in car number 8. 3rd place to Gary Pagel in car number 2, and he's followed then by Dave Redmond in car number 4, Sidey in car number 5, then Reel in car number 10, followed by Tracy Austin in car number 51. David Brew out Geelong in 34, and Barry Go Lightly bringing up the rear of the field in car number 24, and we have a new leader coming up now, and that's Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. 2nd place to South Australia, 44, Warren Meisner. 3rd place now at the moment to Dave Redmond in car number 4. Neil Sidey starting to work his way up now in car number 5 from Avalon as car number 8 falling back now. That's Ken Alberni in car number 8 starting to fall back as Barney Reel comes through on the inside in car number 10. The new leader, Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. 2nd place getter, Warren Meisner in car number 44, followed by Dave Redmond in car number 4. Then Neil Sidey having a go at him now in car number 5, followed by Barney Reel in car number 10. Behind him in car number 8, Neil Alberni, followed by car number 51, Tracy Ops. Then comes David Brewhout in 34, and Go Lightly bring up the rear of the field in car number 24. The leader, Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. South Australia still running 2nd in car number 44, Warren Meisner. In 3rd place in car number 4, Dave Redmond from Wakery in South Australia. Then from Avalon we have car number 5, Neil Sidey. He's followed by Barney Reel from Geelong in car number 10. But the lead, and doing it nicely out on his own there, Gary Pagel in car number 2. 2nd place hanging on, Warren Meisner, who was the leader in car number 44, in trouble in turn number 3. In 3rd place, Redmond in car number 4, followed by Sidey in 5. And we have another car in the infield, and that's Ken Alberni from Nyora in car number 8. And something's touching, I think the fan is touching somewhere, as he's got a rattle under the bonnet. The lead still to Gary Pagel in car number 2. 2nd place still held on by South Australia driver 44, Warren Meisner. In 3rd place, sitting right on his tail from South Australia, Dave Redmond in car number 4. Neil Sidey next in car number 5. Then we have Barney Reel in car number 10, followed by David Brewhout in car number 34. Then comes Tracy Ops in car number 51. It's a 12 lap, and we must be running out of laps now. The lead still to Gary Pagel in car 2. 2nd place to car number 44, Warren Meisner. 3rd place, and putting pressure on from 3rd is Dave Redmond in car number 4 with 2 laps to go. Redmond trying to sneak through on the inside. 4th place still to Neil Sidey from Avalon in car number 5. Then comes car number 10, and that's Barney Reel in his Tirana. As the tail ender, Barry Go Lightly is about to be lapped as a white flag comes up for 1 lap to go. Go Lightly up high, but Gary Pagel reads it well, takes him on the outside. 2nd place still to South Australia driver Warren Meisner in car number 44. And not for much longer as they're boxed in. Have they got him? Will Go Lightly sits nicely, sits in the middle. 2nd and 3rd go on the outside. We have a new 2nd place getter. Yes, we have. Boy, what a finish. Queensland 2, first over the line, Gary Pagel. Second place was from South Australia, car number 4, Dave Redmond. Third over the line, Warren Meisner from South Australia in car number 44. And then Neil Sidey from Avalon in 4th place in car number 5. We had a stoppage on lap number 1. The other 11 laps completed in a time of 3:39.53. 3:39.53. The last 2 times are on stop times, of course. The Queensland car number 2, first over the line, and that car driven by Gary Pagel. In second place, car number 4 from Wakery in South Australia, Dave Redmond. In third place from South Australia, Warren Meisner in car number 44. And in 4th place from Avalon in 5, Neil Sidey. The program tonight, if you missed it, was Division 2 Hot Rods. This is the 4th heat. We've got one more heat to go to complete round 1 of the heat. And Tony Green from Ballarat has pole position. On the outside of him, Andrew Miller from Bendigo in 80 as we get a drop of the flag. Tony Green falls back. First place looks like going to Andrew Miller from Bendigo in car number 80. Going quickly with him, Darren Cockrell from Redline in car number 11. Also sitting on his tail, Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 3. But Phil Michaela from Avalon shuts the door on Whirling. Whirling looking for the opening that's up there. Cockrell goes to second. Darren Cockrell in car number 11 goes to second place. He should be able to outpace Andrew Miller from Bendigo in car number 80. Miller shuts the gate in turn number 3. Cockrell has to sit back. Phil Michaela comes at him now in car number 11. Bob Whirling, the current Australian champion, running in 4th place. He won't be happy with this. He sits behind Michaela. Michaela holds him nicely at this stage. Now Cockrell with a chance to come through on the inside of Andrew Miller from Bendigo, and he does so. Cockrell should take the lead now from Miller. Cockrell with a better line coming out of turn number 4. Could have a win coming up for Darren Cockrell. Phil Michaela stays with him in car number 11. Miller, Andrew from Bendigo in car number 80 on the outside, loses from first. He loses second, he now loses third, and here comes Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 3. Already with a win, he's in 4th place, and he'll do better than 4. Not sounding too good, the Commodore, either. Maybe my ears, but it didn't sound too healthy, but he's staying with him. He gives the Miller car a nudge. He's in trouble. Whirling in car number 3 in trouble, gets it back under control, but he's got fast cars coming up. They try to take him on the outside. Cockrell in trouble as Phil Michaela comes at him now from Avalon in car number 11. And he is in trouble. I think he's blown a tyre. Yes, he has. Front right-hand tyre to the Whirling car. Peter Whirling in car number 3, the current Australian champion. Oh, look at that. Kearney Thompson goes over. Car number 41, 41, I think it is, David Galley, also over. He stays on his roof. The other car's back on. Not bad rollovers, but bad enough to pull up a red. They clouded one another. One went over, the other touched, locked his wheels to try to get out of the way, and over she goes. Cockrell was the leader in car number 11 from Redline. Second place to Avalon, car number 11, Phil Michaela. Third place then I think may still be going to car number 80, would be Andrew Miller from Bendigo. They'll have to reline them up. It's a full stoppage. The red goes out. St John's right on the ball. Only 5 down, 7 to go. Cockrell needs a win here. This is a, I'm not sure what position he started from. That would be one of his near his front draws, position 4. Cockrell in car number 11 leads Phil Michaela from Avalon in the other 11 blue. Then comes from Bendigo, Andrew Miller in car number 80. Paul Blue has just been taken now by Russell Hind in car number 15. And the lead still to Cockrell. He holds it easily at the moment from Phil Michaela in car number 11. Then comes Andrew Miller in car number 80. Behind them in car number 15, it's Russell Hind from Nyora. Behind them, Swan Hill falls Blue in car number 52. And coming through on the inside, there's Ricky Clark from Dandenong in car number 11. So the 11's doing well in this race. Cockrell from Redline in the front 11 Commodore, the red, green, or red, yellow and blue one, leads the blue Commodore from Avalon. Route number 61, Phil Michaela. Then comes from Bendigo, Andrew Miller in car number 80, followed by car number 15, Russell Hind. Then Paul Salou in 52, and Cockrell pulls away to a good lead. Darren, smoke falls out of the car of Phil Michaela. A lot of smoke coming out of turn number 4. Will it stay together? Look at it pour out the back. He may be in trouble, but it keeps going. It might be just a little bit of oil on the exhaust. It's no problem to anybody at this stage, I don't think. It's not thick. It's not obstructing anyone's view. 2 laps to go. The lead to Cockrell. Michaela second. Third place to Russell Hind in car number 15. Michaela untidy. Hind slams into the back of him. Now comes on the inside. Phil McAuliffe won't wear that because he is on the pole. On the outside comes Andrew Miller and he takes second. Phil McAuliffe out with a flowing right-hand rear tyre. He knows he's in trouble. The car won't steer. Boy, what a change. Redline 11, Darren Cockrell will take a win from Bendigo, car number 80, and third place from Swan Hill, Paul Salou in 52. And Hind next in fourth place in car number 15 from Nyora. Sounds like another blown tyre there on the car 94, or is it? Might be something just rattled loose, but Cockrell takes out a good win in car number 11 from Redline. First over the line in a time of 3:42.91. 3:42.91. Well, so far tonight, it looks like that's the slowest time at this stage. The quickest time at 3:39.53 to Queensland driver car number 2, Gary Pagel. We had a 3:40.36 to Brett Pittman in car number 24, Queensland 19. Title last Saturday night in Tasmania. And he's starting at a grid position 5. Normie Fisher, favourite here at Redline Raceway in car number 4. Very competitive in that Cortina. It's his second season in it. Just got it all rebuilt back together again. 1 lap to go. The Kalari coloured car from Portland, Maxi Carlin in car number 12. I think third place in the Australian title. Yes, Maxi Carlin was third. Bob Whirling was first in the Australian title. Chris Fing was second, and Max Carlin third, and Darren Cockrell fifth. So we've got 4 of the 5 finishes in the Australian title here with us today at Redline Raceway, contesting the Victorian title for a modified production sedans. And this is heat number 5. Starting off on pole position, David Glenn from Avalon in car number 37. We get a green, we get a go, and Fing's on the outside. In car number 7, Chris Ming from Queensland on the outside, takes the lead immediately from David Glenn in car number 37. So Chris Ming leads as he comes out of first lap. Yarra Valley 9, Colin Dalton in this one. Supposed to be in the previous heat, but it looks like he's missed that one. They've slipped into this one, so Fing leads in car number 7. Second place to Avalon, car number 37, David Glenn. Third place to Yarra Valley 9, Colin Dalton. He's in trouble. He goes for the fence, but just misses out. As here comes Maxi Carlin in the Cortina. Car number 12 from Portland goes now to third place. He'll be looking better for third. He's got 12 laps to try and do it. Colin Dalton still in trouble with his Commodore. It's all over the place. Can't handle it. Graham West not picking up any ground at the moment in car number 56, which is a big surprise. But the lead at the moment to Chris Ming from Queensland in car number 7. David Glenn from Avalon running second in car number 37. Maxi Carlin from Portland in car number 12 running in third place. Fourth place at the moment to car number 3. That's Rod Barry from South Australia in car number 3. And here comes Maxi Carlin on the inside of David Glenn. He goes to second. Look out, Chris Fing. Here comes Carlin. David Glenn back to third. Then South Australia 3, Rod Brady runs in third place. Then comes Peter McCarthy from Mildura in car number 6 and his Commodore. Gets through on the inside of Rod Brady in car number 3. And here comes Maxi Carlin. He gets Fing up high. Couldn't outpass him. 2 Cortinas there at the moment. Chris Fing in the early model Cortina. Maxi Carlin in the later model Cortina. And look at him. neck to neck into turn number 3, and Carlin will come out the leader as they come out of 4. Carlin leads, Fing second, Fing leans on him. Third place still to David Glenn in car number 37. Fourth place to car number 6 now, Peter McCarthy from Mildura. But Portland 12, Maxi Carlin has taken the lead and should take this one out. From second place, get a Chris Fing from Queensland in car number 7. Here comes David Glenn, not too far behind in car number 37, followed by McCarthy in car number 6. Oh, Basho Crasho, Normie Fisher's been clouded. He won't be happy with that one. It puts him back a place. Portland 12, Maxi Carlin leads, but Chris Fing comes back at him. Fing trying to sneak through on the inside. Had the wheels over the pole. Had he have taken him, then he would have lost ground anyway. He's got Carlin high. He takes him on the inside. Boy, we've got a race on our hands. Carlin, the later model Cortina, outdoes him as they go down in the back chute into turn number 3, and back to second place goes Chris Fing, but he won't give up. Carlin lead, 2 laps to go. Maxi Carlin, Chris Fing, and the race is on a beauty out in front. Third place to David Glenn, and Fing comes at Carlin again. Carlin with a bit more power as they go down the back chute, but Fing stays with him this time. Carlin tries to shut the gate. Fing is over the pole. He's got the pole. The Stewart's letting him go at this stage. Fing will go up high. Carlin will come back on the inside. We've got a race on our hands. Fing will take it out. Queensland 7. I thought Maxi Carlin had it sewn up. Carlin comes at him in turn number 3. Tries to come through on the inside, and Axel's back. Fing and then Carlin. Maxi Carlin from Portland in car number 12 for second. Third place Avalon 37, and fourth place to car number 6. Jesus, Mick Cantwell from Nyora in car number 27 just got a bit of a cloud to tyre and went, and look at him go. His wheels locked up on him, whether his steering went or what happened, we don't know. But in car number 27 from Nyora, Nick Cantwell, who started off grid position 2. He's okay, they're unbuckling his seatbelt, but by gee, what a rollover. They're just trying to unbuckle his seatbelt, he's moving okay. Mark Littlehales from Ballarat on pole position in car number 72. Behind him, Graham West from Bendigo in car number 56. Then comes Chris Fing from Queensland in car number 7. Neil Sidey from Avalon in car number 5. Behind him in car number 19, Bob Whirling. This time we get a drop. It's a 12-lapper, second round of heat. Car number 10, David Newton from Nyora first into turn number 1, but Mark Littlehale from Ballarat in the Centura says not yet. He takes the lead out of turn number 2. Newton on the outside in car number 10. Sitting behind him, Graham West from Bendigo in car number 56. Fing's right there with him in car number 7. Robbie Stevenson on the outside gets a little bit untidy. Neil Sidey from Avalon with a chance to sneak through in car number 19 in all sorts of trouble, and that's Bob Whirling from Queensland. It sounds like the car is sick. It's real sick. It spins out in turn number 2. He loses ground. He'll have to keep going to get point. 56, Graham West has finally made his move and takes the lead. Graham West from Bendigo in car number 56. The new leader from Newton running second in car number 10. Then comes Mark Littlehales in 72. And now coming through from Queensland in car number 7 is Chris Fing. Goes into third place, tries to come through on the inside, and Newton gets him high and will come through underneath out of turn 4. Newton outpaces him into turn number 1, but he's off the pole. Chris Fing in car number 7 with a chance to come through. He's still got Newton up high out of turn number 2, but they're about evenly paced going down the back chute into turn number 3. Graham West doesn't care in car number 56 because he has the lead. West, Newton, Fing, Robbie Stevenson, Neil Sidey, Littlehales. Then in car number 29, Dennis Boyle. Alex car number 28, Jeff Blackwell, and car number 19 sounds sick again, and that's the Bob Whirling car running in about 8th place at this stage. But it's Graham West from Bendigo lead. Here comes Chris Fing on the inside again of Newton from Nyora in car number 10. And it's nudge as they go down into turn 1 and 2. They're scraping panels coming out of 2. They were doing exactly the same into 1 all the way around, and Fing has gone to second. Newton back to third. Newton gives him in the touch up in the left-hand rear tyre. The Stewart comes out with a caution flag. Will he wear it? That's Chris Fing, and go! That's Robbie Stevenson, I think. No, it's not. It's Neil Sidey from Avalon. The wheel digs in. He'd lost the wheel, and over he went. Neil Sidey from Avalon in car number 5. Go back to the last completed lap, and I think car number 10, Newton, will go in front of Chris Fing, and what a spectacular roll over there by Neil Sidey from Avalon as he climbs out of the car on his own there in car number 5. From Avalon, Neil Sidey over and out in turns 1 and 2. This will close the gap now for Bob Whirling in Queensland, car number 3, but I don't know whether it's going to do him much good. The engine sounds off again as he comes around under the start-finish line. We have another stoppage on heat number 6. 7 from Nyora in car number 10 is David Newton. Behind him, Robbie Stevenson in 42, Mark Littlehale. 1, 2, 3 and 4 get a break and they're off as they get the green. Graham West leads in car number 56. Fing still second, no change at this stage, and Fing comes at West, tries the outside move out of 2. He loses ground, he's lost about 3 cars lengths. He starts to close into turn number 3, but West still leads. Second to Chris Fing, third to David Newton in car number 10. Then comes Robbie. Oh, we've got another car lost a wheel. Car number 29, Dennis Moore from Avalon has lost a wheel out of turn number 4. They're dropping like flies at the moment. They spot the car sitting in turn number 4, and we have a restart. Car number 29, wheel missing. The Moyle car from Avalon, out. Graham West still the leader. We go back to the original positions of that previous lap. West second, Chris Fing in car number 7. Third, David Newton in car number 10. Then comes Robbie Stevenson in car number 42. Mark Littlehale's in 72. And look at the pace as they come out of turn number 4. West trying to get breathing space away from Chris Fing in car number 7. David Newton from Nyora next in car number 10. Robbie Stevenson from Redline sits on his tail in car number 42. Then comes Mark Littlehale's in car number 72. Bob Whirling in car number... Oh, Robbie Stevenson out in car number 42. Something's gone wrong. He's run out of power. Robbie Stevenson in 42. What a disappointment for Robbie. We continue with the race, and it's still Graham West from Bendigo in car number 56. Chris Fing second now. Closes coming out of turn number 4. Graham West lost a lot of ground coming out of turn number 4. Whirling now making work on Mark Littlehale, and Robbie Stevenson's got it back into action in 42. The car restarts. He'll pick up points now. He'll still come in about 6th, I think. Yes, 7th at the moment. But have a look at the tussle out in front. Graham West in 56. Chris Fing running second. Here he comes underneath. West goes up behind Chris Fing. Coming up for 2 wins. This boy at the moment will be pole setter for the final. Chris Fing from Queensland in the early model Cortina takes the lead away from Graham West with 2 laps to go. Third place to David Newton in car number 10, and here comes Whirling moving up to 4th place now with a 1 and 4. He's in the top point, but it's Chris Fing from Queensland in car number 7. Second place from Bendigo in car number 56 is Graham West. In third place from Nyora in car number 10 is David Newton. In 4th place coming up is Whirling in car number 19 from Queensland. And that's the way they may finish. Well, it looks like Whirling starting to work up on the tail there of car number 10, which is driven by David Newton, but the checkered flag is up high now, Newton. Whirling with a chance, but no, he just misses. So another win, 2 wins to Chris Fing from Queensland in car number 7. Second over the line, Graham West in car number 56. Third over the line, David Newton in car number 10. He'll be in the top half dozen at the moment. And 4th place went to Queensland car number 19, Bob Whirling, who is the current Australian champion. Robbie Stevenson did finish. He pulled off, got the car started, didn't lose any lap. Was on the track when the checkered flag went down, so he takes out points for about 7th place. 4th for 7. I don't know if it's going to be enough now to get him to the final. He'd be very disappointed. The car just stopped dead on him. The engine had stopped when he pulled out of turn number 4, went to the infield. He hit the starter, and we have a time. We've broken another record, a 3:37.31, 3:37.31. Land in car number 22. Behind him in car number 4, David Redmond. Behind him from Portland in car number 12, Maxi Carlin. Will they let them go? Yes, the official says let them go, and away they go. Blackburn takes the lead. In car number 9, running in second place, Colin Dalton from Yarra Valley at the moment. From third place, get a David Redmond in car number 4. Maxi Carlin has slipped into fourth place already in car number 12, but he won't be happy with that. He'll go further. But the lead, and I don't think he'll catch him, Steve Blackburn from Queensland in 22. In second place, still Colin Dalton in car number 9, followed by Redmond in car 4. Maxi Carlin in trouble. He's been taken on the inside. He still sticks to the outside. Can he outpace the car on the inside? He does so, and will go back. No, he won't. He can't get his car to the pole, but he does so. He backs off a lot later than the other guy, so he goes back to fourth place. It was car number 15 there with him, and that was Russell Hind from Nyora. But it's still Colin Dalton in car number 9, hangs on to second place, and he's holding them all at bay as Steve Blackburn from Queensland pulls further ahead in car number 22. Dalton up high, jumps back down on Redmond. Portland 12, the Kalari car, Maxi Carlin fighting the wheel. He's in all sorts of trouble. He's the outside. 3 wide into turn number 1, and Carlin goes the outside of Redmond. Can he outpace him out of turn number 2? Yes, he does. He's after Colin Dalton now in car number 9. He's still the outside. He'll lose ground. He gets up on the loose as Redmond gets him back on the inside out of turn number 4. Hines in car number 15 also trying. Maxi Carlin 2, 3, 4 wide. Carlin still the outside. He's driving hard in this one. A second. He got the 4th. He's trying for 3rd. He's trying for 2nd, but Blackburn's a mile in front in car number 22. Colin Dalton's up high. Redmond comes through. Can the Kalari car? Yes, he does. Look at him. 3 wide into turn number 1. Carlin may get away with it this time. He's on the outside. Redmond leans on him, but Carlin gets away to second place. Blackburn catching up to Phil Collins, the tail ender from Avalon in car number 21. But it's Blackburn in car 22, Steve. Carlin running second now in car number 12. Third place to David Redmond in car number 4, and he's followed by car number 15, Russell Hind. But the tail ender's about to be caught by the Queenslander in car number 22, Steve Blackburn. Second place to Maxi Carlin from Portland in car number 12. Third place to David Redmond. Fourth place to car number 15, which is Russell Hind. Behind them is Paul Sheen from Mildura in car number 16. And behind them, Dalton in car number 9, and the tail enders 10 and 7 fighting it out there as one tail ender, Collins, is about to be passed by the leader, Blackburn. He's also passed car number 8, Ken Alberni. So it's car number 22 from Queensland will take a win in this one, there's no doubt. Second place should go to Maxi Carlin from Portland in car number 12. Third to South Australia for David Redmond. And he's blowing smoke, the car number 15. That's Russell Hind. Loose and smoke, or where the tyre rub, I don't know, but he blows a bit more going into turns 1 and 2. But the leader well clear, Steve Blackburn from Queensland in car number 22. Portland number 12, Maxi Carlin can't pull away with 2 laps to go. They catch up to the tail enders. Out of 4 comes positions 3 and 4, and they fight for it. Maxi Carlin with a clear second now in car number 12. The white flag coming up for car number 22. Maxi Carlin a quarter of a lap behind him in car number 12, and he's followed by David Redmond in car number 4. And sitting behind Redmond, Russell Hines in car number 15 from Nyora. Blackburn will take the checkered flag with half a lap to go. Second place, Maxi Carlin from Portland in car number 12. Third place will go to car number 4, David Redmond. And fourth place will go to car number 15, which is driven by Russell Hines from Nyora. So the checkered flag has gone for 1, 2, 3 and 4. Position 5, I think, well, it could be anyone coming around this corner now because of so many of them being lapped in this one. Cochrane not having a very good night tonight in car number 7, and the Dalton car, I think, has just blown. The Yarra Valley car, Dalton in car number 9, that's Colin Dalton. It looks like he's in trouble. He blew smoke. I think he's turned the engine off. It started to rattle coming out of turn number 4 at the conclusion of the race. First over the line from Queensland in car number 22, Steve Blackburn. Second over the line from Portland in the Kalari colours in car number 12, Maxi Carlin. In third place from Wakery in South Australia, car number 4, David Redmond. And behind him from Nyora in car number 15, Russell Hine. 6-1-8, 3:36.18. So Queenslander, car number 22 driver, Steve Blackburn, has broken the 12-lap record again in a time of 3:36.18. 4 from Redline. Behind him, Warren Meisner in South Australia, 44. I'm not sure whether Meisner had a win in his first heat. No, he had a third in his first heat, so he'll be looking for a good placing from this one. The woman driver in this one, Carol Grist, also female driver in car number 20. So we got females in 51 and 20, and I tell you what, she's doing nicely at the moment. From South Australia in car number 51, Tracy Ott. In second place already, it's Warren Meisner in car number 44. Bretman goes to third place. Brett Pittman in 24. Then comes Kearney Thompson in car number 45 as David Jacoby tries to sneak through on the inside of Carol Grist. And I think they had their cars locked together, but they are separated now, and the gate opens for 44. Warren Meisner coming through on the inside of Tracy Ops from South Australia in 51, but she doesn't give up. And what a driver. Brett Pittman now trying to come through on the inside, and he's got the inside running Brett Pittman in 24. Ops in trouble in car number 51 from South Australia, and here comes on the outside Neil Watson from Hamilton in car number 17. Pittman there in car number 24 has taken the lead already. One win. Can he do it again from Redline? Neil Watson from Hamilton. Third place between car number 51, Tracy Ops, and Warren Meisner in car number 44. Weisner on the inside in 44. Hamilton 17, Neil Watson now sits on the tail of Brett Pittman from Redline in 24. Pittman's first year of racing, he's won one heat, and look at the boy go. Brett Pittman in car number 24. Second place at the moment to Neil Watson from Hamilton in car number 17. Third to South Australia, 44, Warren Meisner. Then comes from South Australia also in 51, Tracy Ops, and here comes David Jacoby trying to sneak through on the inside. Brett Pittman up high. Neil Watson with a chance to sneak through, but Pittman shuts the gate going into turn number 1. Third place still to Meisner in car number 44. Pittman driving beautifully tonight in car number 24. Neil Watson hangs on to second place. Willie Risk going for first. Third place to Meisner in 44. Then comes David Jacoby in car number 36. Followed in by Tracy Ops in car number 51. The two females together. Carol Grist sneaking through on the inside, and she's having a great night. I think a fourth, and now she slips into fifth. And Brett Pittman up high, almost allowing Neil Watson in car number 17 to come through. Watson gives him a nudge in the tail out of turn number 3 and says, I'm here, son, don't keep blocking the gate. And Pittman comes back down at him, but Watson wasn't far enough through to get under. Pittman leads in 24, Watson second in 17. Then comes Meisner from South Australia in 44. David Jacoby from Redline in 36. Carol Grist from Redline in car number 20. From Bendigo, Kearney Thompson in 45. And Grist untidy allows Kearney Thompson now to come through on the inside as they touch panel to panel. Out of turn number 4, Pittman up high out of turn number 2. And still Neil Watson sits there, waits for the mistake. And we have another one go over in turn number 1. And the camera was on it and got all the action, and we have red. Would you believe it, with 4 laps to go, 8 completed, 4 to go. Pittman was leading Watson. Behind Watson, Meisner. Behind Meisner in car 36, Jacoby, and we have another car over in turn number 1. Kearney Thompson, Carol Grist, and David Brew out from Geelong. Aha! Pittman, cunning, pulls away there as he takes the green flag from Neil Watson from Hamilton in car number 17. Then comes Meisner in car number 44, followed by Jacoby in car number 36, Kearney Thompson in 45, Carol Grist in 20, then David Brew out in car number 34. Pittman has got the lead, and a good run there away from Neil Watson from Hamilton in car number 17. Third place still to car number 44, Warren Meisner. Then comes Jacoby in car number 36, followed by Kearney Thompson in 45. Carol Grist next in car number 20, followed by David Brew out with 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Pittman coming up for 2 wins, is he, with 2 to go. Second place, Neil Watson. Third place, Meisner. Fourth place, Jacoby. Then comes Kearney Thompson, Carol Grist, and then David Brew out from Geelong. Brett Pittman in car number 24. Neil Watson closes his high. Pittman could lose. Takes the white. He's only got to hang on for 1 more lap. Can he do it? Brett Pittman pulls away from that white bit of sludge there in turn number 1, and it could cost him. Brett Pittman in car number 24 lead. Should take it out. Second place, Neil Watson in car number 17 from, yes, Pittman by a whisker. Third place to South Australia, 44. Then Jacoby in car number 36, and what a race. Pittman lucky, pulled up higher going out of turn number 1 just to hit turn number 2, kept out of that white chalk dust, whatever it is that they used for the pole line earlier on. Cost him, he couldn't get his car back down again, he was offline, and Neil Watson threw everything at him but could not get it, and he takes it out for a 2 starts, 2 wins to Brett Pittman from Redline in car number 24, first over the line. Second over the line from Hamilton, Neil Watson in car number 17. third over the line in car number 44 from South Australia, Warren Meisner, so he's got 2 thirds now, and fourth place went to David Jacoby from in car number 36 in a time of 3:39.69. 3:39.69, and looks like turns 3 and 4 are going to be a little bit dark. Cockerell comes the outside straight away as they take it, as Peter Murley takes the lead in car number 24. So Peter Murley the leader at this stage. Cockerell still the outside in car number 11. A dark patch they're going into right now, but I'm not sure whether they can see into the corners. We've got a car round in turn number 2. He's off the circuit. Will it bring red? I don't know. We've got a car stuck in turn number 2. We'll come under caution. No laps completed, was there? Number 9 must go to the rear. Number 9 must go to the rear of the field. He caused the... I think they've sorted it out now. I think they know where they're going. We'll get a start this time around. Peter Murley, the leader in car number 24. Martin Hawson in car number 2 from Mildura in car number 70 on the outside front. This time around, no start this time either. Hawson running second in car number 70, but it's Healy from Ballarat, Murley rather, from Ballarat in car. Oh, we've got another car round out there in turn number 2, but he clears himself and he's okay. And that's the David Rickett Capri in car number 9. He stopped just on the inside, I think. We have another stoppage and a restart. David Ricketts in car number 9 will now go to the rear of the field for bringing up the stoppage. No, he won't. Looks like he was put around by somebody. Pole position in 24 on the outside of him, Martin Hawson from Mildura in car number 70. Cockerell with a win now would be looking for another one. He's starting midfield. Can he do it? Because his next draw, I think, is from rear. Goes the outside. He's going to try and make it 3. They're 4 wide going into turn number 1 and nobody's backing off. Cockerell the outside, and look at that new Commodore of his go. He's still on the outside. Peter Murley leads. In second place still it's Martin Hawson in car number 70. Cockerell still the outside. He's going for another win, Cockerell in car number 11. He wants his Victorian title. Determination there. He's got the driving ability. Let's see what he can do. But Peter Murley holds him at bay at the moment in car number 24. But Cockerell still the outside, the hard way home at the moment. Up towards the fence, he's taken by Peter Murley. That allows 2 or 3 cars through. He's gone from second back to third or fourth. He's fourth at the moment, back to third as he takes Murley. Peter Murley goes to the infield now in car number 24. That'll put him out of the running. The leader now, Martin Hawson in car number 70. Second place to David Ricketts in car number 9. Third place to Cockerell in car number 11. So Cockerell now trying to come through on the inside of Ricketts. Ricketts up high, but no, Cockerell doesn't make the move this time around. He's got plenty of time. It's a 12-lapper to lead to Martin Hawson from Mildura in car number 70. Cockerell now through on the inside of the little Capri, but David Ricketts outdrives him into turn number 1. Hawson still leads. He's in trouble. He gets untidy out of 2. The Capri comes at him. Also Cockerell in car number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars all bunched together. Car coming through on the inside of Cockerell. Who is it? It's Normie Fisher in the Flying Cortina. Now right up there with him from the rear of the field. He sits on the tail of Ricketts. Cockerell, well, he's in the fence, Cockerell. He ends up in the fence, Cockerell. He'll have to bring it back under control. He does so, but he's fallen back from second, third place to about 7. The lead still to Hawson in car number 70. Norm Fisher the second in car number 4. David Ricketts the third in car number 9. Then comes Condor in car number 9 from Redline. But the lead still to Martin Hawson from Mildura in car number 70. Second place to Normie Fisher, car number 4. Third place to Ricketts. Then comes Andrew Miller in car number 80, and Cockerell comes back at him again in car number 11, but he's lost a lot of ground. That was a costly error of walking up on the fence there in turn number 2. Car 70, Martin Hawson still leads. Second place, Normie Fisher from Ballarat. He's got the 4-door. Whoa, look out, fence, here I come. and it's car number 80, Andrew Miller, and he goes back about 5 places as the other car starting to fire up now and try to gain a few positions, but 1 and 2 well clear. Fisher now comes at Martin Hawson in car number 70. Fisher waiting for him to move off the pole, but at this stage he moves not. Hawson in car number 70, Fisher in car number 4. Then we have a tussle. It's David Ricketts in car number 9. He's still in 3rd place on the inside at the moment. Darren Cockrell running in 5th place. He's gone from 2nd to, he went to about 7th or 8th, but he's worked his way up and 2 laps to go. So it's going to be car number 70, first over the line if he can hold it from Normie Fisher from Ballarat in car number 4. 3rd could go to anybody. Ricketts has lost it. Cockrell comes the inside, gains another place as they come into turn number 3. They come for the white flag and 1 lap to go, and it's still Hawson in car number 70, Fisher in car number 4. Then comes car number 3, and that's Rod Brady from South Australia running in 3rd place. 4th place Cockrell in car number 11. Then comes David Ricketts in car number 9. Darren Condor comes right on his tail now in car number 9 from Redline as they come for the checker. 1, 2, 3, and Cockrell from Redline 4th in car number 11. With a couple of restarts in this one, but a good win to car number 70 from Mildura. Martin Hawson from Mildura first over the line. Normie Fisher from the rear of the field to 2nd with a brilliant drive in car number 4 in his Cortina. 3rd was Rod Brady from South Australia in car number 3, and 4th Cockrell in car number 11. After scraping the fence, going back about 4 places, fought his way back to come up and take 4. So he's got a 1 and a 4 to his credit now. And I'm not sure where he's starting from in his last heat. I think he's had a front. He might have a front draw. And he starts to pull away slightly from Wilson. Can he outdrive him? He needs a win. He missed his first heat after being put into the fence. Peter Jacobson from Bendigo leads. 2nd place Wilson in car number 5. 3rd place goes to car number 37 David Glenn from Avalon. And 1, 2 and 3 have stood themselves out. And Phil McAuliffe now coming through quickly from Avalon in car number 11. Goes into 4th place. He'll be looking for a better placing. And Peter Jacobson with a little bit of breathing space now in car number 76. Pulls away from Wilson in car number 5. David Glenn in car number 37. Phil McAuliffe next in car number 11, followed by Lucas Walker from Yarra Valley in car number 23. But 1, 2 and 3 well clear now. Phil McAuliffe now has the chance to pull up. It's a 12 lapper, so there's a lot of laps to go. Jacobson leads. Wilson 2nd. Glenn 3rd. Then Phil McAuliffe. He's followed then by Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2, running in 5th place, already with a win tonight. But Jacobson still leads, but can't pull too far away. Wilson stays with him from Ballarat in car number 5. 2nd place, car number 37. And it's still Jacobson. In 2nd place, Wilson from Ballarat. In 3rd place, David Glenn from Avalon in car number 37, and Phil McAuliffe, another Avalon car in car number 11, just right behind him. Coming up quickly in car number 2 is Gary Pagel in car number 2 for 4th. 5th place at this stage. But Jacobson pulling away in car number 76 for a good lead. Oh, gets untidy in turn number 4, loses ground. Wilson now closes slightly. Phil McAuliffe comes through on the inside in car number 11. On the inside of David Glenn. Going through with him is Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. But Jacobson out in front from Bendigo in 76, but he's untidy. Not very clean cover yet at turn 4 again. Wilson sitting there, happy with 2nd at this stage. Mildura 6 starting to move up now is Peter McCarthy, but the lead still to Jacobson. 2nd, Wilson. 3rd, McAuliffe. It's Phil McAuliffe from Avalon in car number 11. Behind him, Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. Behind him, then David Glenn in car number 37, followed by Peter McCarthy in car number 6. Then comes Barney Reel in car number 10. Car 23 right off the ball now. Lucas Walker as Peter Jacobson in car number 76 completes another lap. So there's about 3 laps to go. And it's Peter Jacobson, car number 76. He leads Ballarat 5. Anthony Wilson for 2nd place. 3rd place is a tussle now between Phil McAuliffe from Avalon in car number 11 and Queensland 2, Gary Pagel. 76, 5, 11 from Avalon. Then from Queensland, car number 2. and David Glenn in car number 37 has just been taken by Peter McCartney from Mildura in car number 6. So Peter Jacobs in car number 76 from Bendigo should go first over the line. From Ballarat, car number 5 running second. Whoa, Phil McCaleb gets a cloud in the tail there by the Queenslander, and he now goes into maybe third place. But Phil McCaleb, yes, he's gone. Queensland, car number 2, has gone to third place from Avalon. Car number 11, Phil McCaleb, running in fourth place. Checkered flag out. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And Phil McCaleb comes in fourth place after having a tangle there with Gary Fagan from Queensland in car number 2. And the Peter Jacobson, let's see if he's got a quick time. He couldn't pull away from Anthony Wilson from Ballarat in car number 5. Car number 11 and 2 have been alternated, so Avalon 11 goes to third place. Avalon 11 to third. Queensland 2 to fourth place. Chief Stewart has changed places because of the bang that car number 2 give on Avalon 11 to gain that placing. And we have a 12 lap. Have we a new time at 3:43? No, he's well outside the record. No, we got 3:35. A new record, 3:35. 3:35.42. So Peter Jacobson from Bendigo has broken the 12 lap record in a 3:35.42. He's just taken it off Queensland 22 driver who had a time of 3:36. Well, how about that? And if he can fare well in this one, if he pulls out a win in this one, you go pretty close to starting in the top 4, because we've got 2 guys already on 2 wins. If he can win from here, well, who knows? Anybody can from here. As they go into it, and Gary Fagan from Queensland in car number 2 has taken the pole position. In second place, David Galley from Iora in car number 41. Sort themselves out going into turn number 3, and we want to move on now. See how he goes. Steve Blackburn from Queensland in 22. He's up into, what, 5th place already at the moment from Queensland in car number 22, Blackburn. But the lead at the moment to Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. He leads David Galley from Nyora in car number 41. He's running in second place as the leader comes around out of turn number 4 to complete the second lap. Third place at the moment to car number 70, Martin Horton. As the tail end of Peter Murley comes around in car number 24. The pace is being set by Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. Coming up quickly now in car number 22 from Queensland is Steve Blackburn. He's gone into fourth place, trying to get through on the inside of Martin Horson from Mildura in car number 70. Second place still being held on by David Galley from Avalon in car number 41. The lead still to Gary Pagel from Queensland. He leads with a good lead at the moment. Second place still to David Galley in car number 41. Third place to Martin Horson in car number 70, and then comes car number 22 from Queensland. That's Steve Blackburn. But have a look at this boy from Queensland and his Commodore. He is flying. Started from grid position 1 and he pulls further away now. Into second place comes car number 70. Third place 41 and fourth place to car 22 Stephen Blackburn. Can't get through now on David Galley from Nyora in car number 41. To lead to Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. Second place still being hung on to by Martin Horson in car number 70. Third place David Galley in car number 41. He's followed by Steve Blackburn from Queensland in car number 22 as Blackburn now goes on the outside of Galley in car number 41. He'll have to try and outpace him down the back chute. He does so as he'll slip down onto the pole position, pulling behind Martin Horson from Mildura in car number 70. Goes to third place. He's got 1, 2 and 3 to the record at the moment out of 3 starts. A second, a win, and now looks like coming up at third, but he won't give up. He'll also try to pass Martin Horson. He's got no hope of pegging down Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2, who is well over a quarter of a lap ahead. Martin Horson in car number 70 closes the gate there on Blackburn in car number 22. You want it the outside, he says. Horson in 70, Blackburn in 22. The leader coming under the commentary box now in car number 2, Gary Pagel. In second place, car number 70, Martin Horson, driving exceptionally well. He's holding at bay at the moment, Queensland 22 driver Steve Blackburn. Behind them in car number 41, it's David Galley, followed by Peter Murley in car number 24. Then comes Colin Durham from Avalon in car number 8 with 2 laps to go. Queensland, car number 2 will take this one out. Second place is still a tussle on between Horson in 70 and Blackburn in car number 22, but I don't think Blackburn's quite onto it now to try to pass him. Then behind them in car number 41 and David Galley, but the white flag is up for the leader, and that's Gary Pagel in car number 2. Second place still to car number 70, and that's driven by Martin Horson. Third place to car number 22, Stephen Blackburn, and fourth place to car number 41, David Galley, and I think that's the way it's going to finish. Second place should go to Mildura 70. Third place to Queensland 22, couldn't quite make it, and fourth place to Nyora 41. So a 1, 2 and 3 at the moment to Queensland car number 22 driver Stephen Blackburn. Queensland car number 2 has got a win. Trying to pick up, and a fourth. 2 wins and a fourth so far for Queensland 2, where he's penalised 1 placing in his previous heat, but a fine win to Queensland driver car number 2. First over the line was Gary Pagel. Behind him in second place was from Mildura in car number 70, Martin Horson. In third place from Queensland car number 22, Steve Blackburn. And in fourth place, David Galley from Nyora in car number 41 at a time of 3:36.69. 1 second outside the lap record held at the moment by Peter Jacobson with a time of 3:30. Unless I missed his car, but I'm sure he's not out there. Yes, he is out there. He's on the inside, and there he comes barging his way through on the inside. Chris Fing in car number 7 has gone from the rear of the field. Half a lap and he's gone to second. Half a lap, he's gone to second place. Yes, he has. He made it just on that half lap line. So Chris Fing, if he can take this one out, will or could start off pole position. Eric Condor leads in car number 9 from Redline. From Queensland in car number 7, Chris Fing runs in second place. From Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 19, also looking for a good placing, and here he comes. He's made his move. Chris Fing, 2 wins, 3 wins now as he takes the lead, but he's still got 10 laps to go. Chris Fing from Queensland in that little Cortina, that black one, number 7, leads from Darren Condor in car number 9, and in third place Bob Whirling from Queensland, the current Australian champion, running in third place. Behind him, no, it's car number 10. It is Barney Reel, David Newton rather, from Nyora in car number 10. Darren Condor in car number 9 has now just been passed by Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 19. The lead still to Chris Fing from Queensland in car number 7. 2 1 and 2. Then we have a Redline car. Darren Condor in car number 9 running in third place. From David Newton from Nyora in car number 10, and have a look at it. Bob Whirling from Queensland in car number 19 sits on the fence there in turn number 2. We come under red. Red lights on. Bob Whirling just gone to second place now on the fence. The car just starts up now, but that'll put him to the rear of the field. Looks like his wheels are facing the wrong way. He's heading to the infield. So Bob Whirling in Queensland, car number 19, may not qualify now for the final of the Victorian A Modified Production title here at Redline Raceway. Whirling in car number 19 rather, goes to the infield. He may come back out again. If he does, he'll have to tag onto the rear of the field because he bought on red. Looks like he's going to sit it out there just inside the pole line. I sure wouldn't like to sit there myself. The lead to Queensland car number 7, Chris Fing. Second place now will go to Condor in car number 9 from Redline. Third from Nyora in car number 10, David Newton. Completed and 8 to go. Chris Fing takes a big lead in car number 7 into turn 1. Darren Condor in car number 9. Not too far behind, but I don't think he's going to peg him down. In third place from Nyora in car number 10 is David Newton. Chris Fing is not letting up for anybody. Chris Fing leads from Queensland in car number 7. Darren Condor second in car number 9 from Redline. From Nyora in car number 10, David Newton in third place, and Newton having a pretty good night also tonight. But Chris Fing restarts, looks like he's coming up for 3 wins if everything goes all right. Darren Condor still hangs on to second place from Newton, running third in car number 10. Condor in car number 9, but Chris Bing pulls further away now from Queensland in car number 9. Interstate is doing nicely here tonight. Second place, Darren Condor from Redline in 9. In third place from Nyora in car number 10 is David Newton, and he'll be looking for a better placing than third. Chris Bing doing it nicely out on his own, pulls further away from Darren Condor, running second in car number 9. Then comes David Newton from Nyora in car number 10. He's followed then by another car number 10 is Barney Reel from Geelong. But Chris Bing and the Cortina, early model Ford, doing it nicely out in front. Second place, Darren Condor in car number 9. Third place to car number 10 from Nyora, that's David Newton. Then comes Barney Reel in car number 10, and we have about 3 laps to go. Yep, 3 laps to go. The whistle coming out as he comes to the start-finish line. 2 to go now. Next time around, a white flag. The lead still... Oh! Darren Condor has just been run into by Nyora 10 as we have a red flag will come up. Red light, red flag, stop the race. We will have to restart it with 2 laps to go. David Newton in car number 10 just got into the left-hand rear wheel there of Darren Condor's, and I think the bar work, they are locked together at this stage. The leader, Chris Bing from Queensland in car number 7. Darren Condor was running second in car number 10. I don't know how much damage has been created here on the Darren Condor car, but they will restart, I guess, in their original position. No tyre damage. I don't think you'll have any bar work rubbing on it. Rear of field goes to Nyora, car number 10 driver, David Newton. He acknowledges the steward. It was his fault. He run into the Darren Condor car. He should be able to fight his way back to, I think, the 3rd place with 2 laps to go. They go back 10 laps completed, 2 to go. They're coming around for the white flag as the red went on. They had not all completed it, so there's 2 laps to go. David Newton in car number 10. He'd have to move up on the 2 cars in front of him to get back to 3rd place, and I'm not sure, no. Is it white flag time? No, white flag will be out next lap around. Had to complete that last lap because all cars are not completed, so there's actually 3 to go. Chris Bing leads in car number 7. Second place to Darren Condor in car number 9, and I tell you what, in trouble now. We've got David Newton from Nyora in car number 10. Can't fight his way back to 3rd place as they take the white flag and 1 lap to go. Queensland. Car number 7. Lead Redline. Car number 9, Darren Condor running in 2nd place. And then we have from Geelong, Barney Reel in car number 10 running in 3rd. And in 4th place, well, we could have a tough one. They come for the checkered flag. David Brewhout in car number 34 from Geelong, with the other car number 10 from Nyora, David Newton, on the outside coming in 5th place. So he went from 3rd, he lost 2 places with a penalty after he run in the side of Darren Condor. So 3 wins to Queensland. Car number 7 driver Chris Bing first over the line. 2nd, Darren Condor from Redline in car number 9. 3rd, Barney Reel from Geelong in car number 10. 4th, David Brewhout in car number 34, and 5th over the line, David Newton from Nyora in car number 10, in a time of 3:37.93. 3:37.93. Norm Fisher in car number 4. On the outside of him, Ricky Clark from Dandenong in car number 11. Position 3, Max Carlin from Portland in 12. Position 4, Neil Watson in 17. And they let them go as the green drop. Normie Fisher got a good run on in car number 4. Maxie Carlin goes to 2nd place in car number 12. Neil Watson from Hamilton sits on his tail in car number 17. Then comes Dandenong 11. Ricky Clark in the orange car number 11. But the lead at the moment to Normie Fisher from Ballarat in car number 4. From Portland, the Kalari coloured car number 12. 2 Cortinas, 1 and 2. Maxie Carlin in 12. In 3rd place in car number 17 from Hamilton, we have Neil Watson, followed by Ricky Clark from Dandenong in car number 11. But now we have a tussle on Maxi Carlin trying to come through on Normie Fisher. And trying to come through on Normie Fisher was Neil Watson. Maxi Carlin gets untied, he comes back on the circuit, gained no position, so the race will continue. It's still Norm Fisher in 4, Maxi Carlin in 12, Neil Watson in 17, and coming up quickly there, I think that's a Peter McCarthy car. Oh, around comes Maxi Carlin on the outside of Normie Fisher from Ballarat. So Maxi Carlin now has taken the lead from Portland in car number 12. Maxi Carlin loses the lead as he clouts the fence and has gone back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions as he tries to gather his thoughts, the control of his car, and he's in trouble, Maxi Carlin. He's lost his steering after clouting the fence. Maxi Carlin will pull to the infield. Trying to steer his car, it's got no response, so Maxi Carlin out of it. Or will he try to run the laps on the outside and keep out of everybody's way? Normie Fisher leads Neil Watson in car number 17. Behind him now sits Peter McCarthy from Mildura in car number 6 as Maxi Carlin goes into the infield, and he may not now qualify for the final. Just taken over the lead, got untidy up towards the fence, and bang, they all come through. So Normie Fisher from Ballarat leads. He needs a win. Neil Watson needs a win in car number 17, as does Peter McCarthy from Mildura in car number 6, but Normie Fisher doing it nicely at the moment. Has got control of the race from Neil Watson running second in car number 17. Third place at the moment to Mildura 6, Peter McCarthy, and sitting on his tail there we have Warren Meisner from South Australia in car number 44, as he no longer sits down behind car number 6 driver Peter McCarthy. He passes him and goes to third place. So Normie Fisher from Ballarat still leads. In second place from Horsham in car number 17, Neil Watson. Third place South Australia 44, Warren Meisner. Sitting behind Meisner is Peter McCarthy from Mildura in car number 6. And now from Bendigo in car number 56, making his move is Graham West in car 56. We've completed 8 laps. We've got about 4 to go, and the lead still to Normie Fisher. He's led from start to finish. He's been pressured by Carlin. Carlin's out of it. Neil Watson now applied pressure in car number 17. Third place South Australia, Meisner in 44, followed by McCarthy from Mildura in car number 6. But the lead still to Normie Fisher in 4. Neil Watson comes at him once again in car number 17, but can't make the move. Neil Watson in car number 17 trying to come through on the inside. He gained no position, so no penalty applied. Norm Fisher still leads. They're coming for the white flag. Can he hang on to it? This will put him up in the top group of 10 at least. Normie Fisher from Ballarat in car number 4 should take it. In second place, Hamilton, car number 17, Neil Watson. In third place, South Australia, 44, and behind him sits Mildura, car number 6. It's car number 4, Normie Fisher, still holds the lead. In second place, Neil Watson from Hamilton in car number 17, 17 rather, and in third place, South Australia, 44, followed by Mildura 6, Peter McCarthy. So officially over the line first from Ballarat, Norm Fisher, car number 4. From Hamilton in car number 17, Neil Watson. In third place, Warren Meisner from South Australia in 44 with a very good night tonight. And in fourth place, Mildura 6, Peter McCarthy. And let's have a look at the running of South Australia 44. Meisner has taken out a third in his first heat, a third in his second heat, and now a third in his third heat, in a time of 3:42.04. 3:42.04. First over the line, Norm Fisher. Second over the line, Watson in car number 17. And third, car number 44. So in a time of, I just didn't get that down, it was at 3:42.04. 3:42.04. So Peter Jacobson still holds the 12-lap record now in a time of 3:35.42. That was heat number 13, won by Normie Fisher. Would be happy with that result. Slower cars, he's got a fight on his hands. So is Cockrell with a win in about a fifth, so he's got a fight on his hands also. Kearney Thompson from Bendigo in car number 45 has already flipped his car, and look, he's taken the lead already. Peter Jacobson in car number 76 has taken the lead. The move is on now by all the other cars. They're bashing all the way down the back straight. But Peter Jacobson now, can he hold? It's not Jacobson, sorry, it's car number 3, Rod Brady. Has It looked like the Jacobson colours going down that back straight. I apologise. Jacobson running in about 6th place at the moment, and Melholt, who started off grid position 1 in car number 64, has gone to the rear of the field. So Rod Brady in South Australia's 3. He leads car number 15, Russell Hine, and in 3rd place now Jacobson in car number 7. Oh, not quite 3rd place yet. Jacobson's Dave Redmond in car number 4 is in front of Jacobson. Melholt bringing up the rear of the field, still in car number 64. Brett Pittman picking his way through the field. He's gone from rear of the field to 6th at the moment. 3, 15, 4 and 76 from 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we have a red as we've got another car over down that bottom corner down there, and I've missed it. I don't know who it is. Out of turn number 2, we've got another car rolled over in a stoppage with 2 laps completed and 10 remaining. I'm not sure. The interstate is doing exceptionally well. I think Norm Fisher from Ballarat in car number 4 and Brett Pittman from Redline in car number 24 would be the 2 local boys that have fared as well as the interstaters from memory. Also, of course, in car number 76, Jacobson, but he missed one heat. We get a start, 10 laps remaining. Brady leads in 2nd place in car number 15, Russell Hine, and he gets a nudge around in turn number 1, and we'll get a flag and a restart, and guess who goes to the rear of the field if a penalty is applied, and that will be Russell Hine from Nyora in 15 as the red comes on. The red is on. Whoop, crash, bang. Robbie Stevenson thought, have a look at that, all the gates open. He was going to fly through all the gaps, but the red light was on. We have a restart. I don't think there will be a penalty on it. There may not be. I think they'll just restart because of the fact that there was a nudge by Russell Hine on car number 15 on Rod Brady, but it would be hard to pick whose fault that one was, as they were locked together the first 5 positions going into turns 1 and 2. So they will restart their original positions after lap number 2. It remains after 2 laps. Car 3, Rod Brady, he leads. Hind in 2nd place in car number 15. No contact this time. The race will continue. Oh, here we go. Round and round the garden they go, and have a look at them like a demolition derby. And we're supposed to have one of them on tonight. I'm not sure how many cars have arrived. We have a red. The Basho Crasho out at turn number 2. There's a lot of dead cars over there at the moment. So we have another stoppage, another restart. 2 laps completed, 10 remaining. The battle is on. You can understand these guys. They're going flat out as hard as they can. They're trying to gain points to get into the final because the final is worth big dollars. Paying back the 10th place. Heats paid big dollars. The final, I think the winner takes $1,000 if not more, and it's about $700 for 2nd place, $500 for 3rd, $300 for 4th. So they're racing for big dollars. You can understand the way they're pushing their cars and why they're driving so hard. So we're going to try for another restart. Heat number 14. Bad news for Robbie Stevenson. He goes back into the infield. The car has been crushed in the front. Looks more like panel damage than anything else, but Robbie Stevenson will sit it out and not qualify now for the Victorian title for 91-92. A restart. How many cars out? I'm not sure. Left running in this one. All they've got to do is finish this one, and they're going to pick up points and should help qualify for the final with 1 more heat remaining after this one as we go into it. But they all want 1st position because that's where all the points are. Brady leads first into turn number 1, followed 2nd by Hind in car number 15. And then Peter Jacobson gives him a bit of curry there in car number 76 and comes through on the inside. Peter Jacobson on the inside now of Hind in car number 15, but I don't think he's going to get under him this time around. Car number 15, Russell Hine, still in 2nd place. Kearney Thompson brings up the rear at the moment in car number 45. The lead still to Rod Brady from South Australia in car number 3. 2nd doing nicely, Russell Hine from Nyora in car number 15. Then Peter Jacobson in car number 76, followed by David Glenn from Avalon in car number 37. Then comes Darren Cockrell in the Commodore, car number 11 at the moment, can't make any ground up. Glenn's up high, Cockrell with a chance to slip through on the inside, but he was too far back to do anything. He needs a higher placing to get up in the top 10 cars. The lead still to car number 3. Peter Jacobson now gets through on the inside of Hind. That's Russell Hine that goes to 2nd place. So Peter Jacobson has gone to 2nd place. The lead still to Rod Brady from South Australia in 3. And now Hind comes back at car number 76. Jacobson, as Cockrell tries to get through on the inside there of David Glenn, and will take him now as David Glenn's up high and can't get back. Yes, he does. He gets back to the pole going into turn number 1. Rod Brady, the leader. Jacobson in trouble as Hind Russell comes on the inside of him as they go into turn number 3. And it's still Jacobson on the outside doing it the hard way as Glenn has been pushed out of the way. And Cockrell now goes to 4th place in car number 11, and that will be handy. David Glenn from Avalon falls back to 4th place. Cockrell, can he pick him up? Still plenty of laps. The lead still goes to Rod Brady from South Australia in car number 3 as Jacobson comes at him now in turn number 3. He's still on the inside and will come out the leader. He does as Russell Hind also comes through, and Rod Brady from South Australia in 3 and goes to 2nd place, and Jacobson almost loses coming out of turn number 2, but he's taken the lead. Did not finish in his first heat. A win in his second heat. He's now taken the lead in his third heat, but will it be enough points? I don't know. Jacobson, 76. He leads Russell Hind in 15. Oh, look out, David Glenn in car number 37 almost loses control, but brings it back under and will finish now in 5th place with, I think, about 4 laps to go. No, they're coming around. It's 2 laps to go. Jacobson leads in car number 76. Peter Jacobson in car number 76. He leads at the moment. 2nd place still to Russell Hind in car number 15. 3rd place to South Australia 3, Rod Brady. Cockrell coming through on the inside of Brady, and he takes him into turn number 4 as they come for the checkered flag. It's car number 76, and they're locked together. And it will be Cockrell, I think, for 3rd in car number 11. 2nd over the line, Nyora 15. Jacobson takes another win in car number 76. Car number 15, Russell Hind, 2nd place. I think Cockrell in car number 11 will take 3rd. And 4th place will go to South Australia 3, Rod Brady. And that was a 12-lapper, which took about half an hour to run, but the total time for the 12 laps will be 3:39 and 38. 3:39.38. First over the line, Peter Jacobson. 2nd over the line, Russell Hind in car number 15. 3rd over the line, Darren Cockrell in car number 11. And 4th over the line, South Australia 3, Rod Brady, followed in, I think, then by David Glenn in car number 37. A start of heat number 15, the final heat for the Victorian A-Modified Production Saloon title, sponsored by the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel, as its car number 16, Paul Sheen from Mildura, has taken the lead away from David Jacoby in car number 36, and then comes car number 27, Mick Cantwell, who is all the way from Nyora. But the lead at the moment in car number 16, Paul Sheen. 2nd place, Jacoby, and here comes Phil McCaleb in car number 11 from Avalon, who would be looking for either 1st, 2nd or 3rd place. He already slipped into 3rd, so he's going to go and try one better as he slips through on the inside of David Jacoby, Centura, car number 36. He gets up by Jacoby, comes back at him, so Phil McCaleb. All that little bit of driving for nothing, and you got untidy out of turn number 4. But pulling his weight now, Paul Sheen from Mildura in car number 16, well ahead of the rest of the field. Jacoby slides back into 2nd place in car number 36. Phil McCaleb now with a chance to come through on the inside out of turn number 4, but not close enough. And sitting right on their tail there is Mick Cantwell from Nyora in car number 27. So positions 2, 3, 4 and 5 are all bunched together as trying to come through there also. There's Miller in car number, oh look at this boy going now, Sheen in car number 16, he's pulling further away. Jacoby 2nd, McCaleb 3rd, Wilson in car number 5, then comes car number 27, Mick Cantwell, and Wilson starting to come up now as he sits on the tail of Phil McCaleb, but the lead and an easy win should come up now for car number 16 from Mildura. 2nd place at the moment from Redline, car number 36, David Jacoby. 3rd place, Avalon, car number 11, Phil McCaleb. Behind him from Ballarat, it's Anthony Wilson in car number 5. Sitting behind him, Mick Cantwell in car number 27. Jacoby doing a good job in his Centura there as he hangs on to 2nd place. And bringing up the rear of the field is... well, Tony Green didn't even front for this one, so that puts him out of running of all tonight's event. So Sheen still leads in car number 16, Jacoby 2nd in car number 36, Phil McCaleb 3rd in car number 11. Then comes Anthony Wilson in car number 5, and that's Carol Grist bringing up the rear of the field at the moment in car number 20, but I think she'll qualify for the final because she had 2 good runs in her previous heat. Sheen leads in car number 16 from Mildura. From Redline, David Jacoby in car number 36 running second. Phil Mikhailov still hangs on to 3rd place in car number 11, almost slipping through on the inside of David Jacoby. And as he's trying to do this, Anthony Wilson from Ballarat in his Commodore, car number 5, trying to take Mikhailov on the outside. Positions 2, 3 and 4 are locked together. The leader is a mile ahead. Looks like there's about 2 laps to go. Yes, there is. The whistle blows, but 2 laps to go for Sheehan. Jacoby's up high. He's going to lose now to Phil Mikhailov. No, he doesn't. He comes out ahead. He's blowing smoke. I think it might have just been tyre up this time out of turn number 4. But Phil Mikhailov from Avalon has taken over 2nd place out of turn number 2. Jacoby slips back to 3rd place in car number 36. Wilson from Ballarat in 4th, and he will go for 3rd as he slips through on the inside coming out of turn number 4. Of Jacoby now falling back to 4th place. The win coming up for Sheehan Paul in car number 16. He takes the checkered flag almost half a lap. 2nd place, Avalon 11, Phil Mikhailov. 3rd place will go to Ballarat 5. And then Redline car number 36, David Jacoby for 4th place. So an easy win for Mildura 16, Paul Sheehan. 1st over the line. 2nd over the line, Phil Mikhailov in car number 11. 3rd over the line, Ballarat 5, Anthony Wilson. And behind them, David Jacoby in car number 36. That's the completion of 15 heats of top racing for the A-Modified Production Sedans here for the Victorian VSC Incorporated title, sponsored by the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel, the Melbourne Road in Warren Heap. For a top quality counter meal, takeaways or pizzas, accommodation available at the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel. Now the girls have got to work out the top 20 cars and plus about 4 or 5 reserves, because I don't know how many cars are left running for the final. And the last event went in a time of 3:35.22. 3:35.22. Has just been broken now by Mildura driver car number 16, Paul Sheen, in a time of 3:35.22. So there's the new record. But have qualified. I'm not sure if any of the ladies, I don't think any of the ladies got in, Carol Grist or the other young lady from South Australia. Just trying to think of a name now. I think it was car number 51. Quick look on the sheet. Yeah, Tracy Obst in car 51. They haven't qualified, but we're not sure who's coming and who's going at the moment, because so many cars have died during the day with the hectic pace of the racing. As you can see, the Cockrell car was immaculate before it started. Now it's all tattered, torn and bashed around, but he's qualified grid position number 4, young Cockrell, in car number 11, so we've got a great race in our hands. But there goes the guy that's picked up most of the points for the night, or top points from 3 starts, 3 finishes from Queensland in car number 7. Chris Fing will start from grid position number 1. Grid position 2 goes to Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. The girls, on behalf of the Ladies Club, are donating a mug and a medallion to the top 20 qualifiers. Well, I haven't got them in order at the moment. I thought that they were going to do them in order, and we can't see half the car numbers from here, but the president of the VSC, Mr. Alan Jones, along with Miss Speedway, will be going along and giving these drivers a medallion and a mug, and as soon as they get that, they'll be into their cars, strapped up and ready to go for a final. We're going to have to try and get it over as quickly as we can. We're sure running out of time now, and I hope our neighbours forgive us for the lateness. We try to get it over as quick as we possibly could, but with quite a few hold-ups today, it hasn't run quite as well as what we expected. G'day, mate. There you go. There you go, mate. A bit of a technical problem up here, but the qualifiers now being presented with their medallions and their mugs. So the drivers are now getting into their cars and getting all strapped up and ready to go for a 35 laps, so it's going to take a little while to complete the 35 laps. Thanks for bearing with us with that little bit of a hold-up we've just had, trying to organise the cars, but there's so many cars that we weren't sure which ones were running and which ones weren't. But it looks like most of them that we have down for the top 20 have qualified at the moment. The only one that I know that is out is Warren Meisner in South Australia 44, the only one. Phil Mikhailov, qualified position 13. Redline 11, Darren Cockrell qualified in position 4. Portland 12, Maxi Carlin out of position 14. Then Nyora 15, Russell Hine for position 11. Mildura 16, Paul Sheen, position 19. Hamilton 17, Neil Watson, grid position 8. Queensland 19, Bob Whirling in 15. South Australia 22, Steve Blackburn out of grid 3. South Australia 22. I'm not sure whether someone said I was reading that wrong. It should be Queensland. Apologise, I've been South Australia all night. Redline Brett Pittman, car number 24, grid position 7. Avalon David Glenn will come out of 20. Martin Howson from Mildura in 70 out of position 5. Peter Jacobson from Bendigo in 76 out of position 6. And there he's just pulling in front of the commentary box, but he has gained position number 26. So it looks like all our qualifiers are out there at the moment. Our reservists are out there. Car number 10 from Geelong is real. And looks like it's Graham West from Bendigo in car number 56, but looks like all the qualifiers have made it out to the front. Close up, you tail enders, because you're going to miss out when that green flag drops. The paceman on pole position, Chris Fing from Queensland in 7, brings them around for the start of the 91-92 A modified production brewery tap final here for season 91-92. Still waiting for those tail enders to catch up. This will be their last chance to do it. If they sit back next time around, the stewards will drop the green and we get a go. On pole position from Queensland, Chris Fing in car number 7. On the outside of him, Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. Cockrell in position 4 in car number 11. On the inside of him, car 22, Stephen Blackman from Queensland. And we're about to get a go next time around. The flag will drop for the start of a 35-lapper here at Redline Raceway, courtesy of the Brewery Tap Hotel Motel here at the Melbourne Road in Warren Heath. The green is up, so we've got half a lap to wait of a 35-lapper. 20 top cars racing for grid position 1 into turn number 1. Will they make it? Well, we'll find out in about 30 seconds' time as they putt around nicely. I think first into turn 1 will be Chris Fing from Queensland in car number 7. He's been on the pace all night. 3 starts, 3 wins. Have a look at the pace hasten as they come out of turn number 4. And we get a green and they rip right in. And Chris Fing has gone into first place. Second place is car number 22, and that's Steve Blackburn in car number 22. And we're waiting to see where Cockrell has come out. He's come into 4th, he started 4th and he sits 4th. They've opened up a little bit of a gap, but the lead to car number 7, Chris Fing from Queensland. Blackburn in car number 22. Then it's Gary Pagel in car number 2 as Cockrell tries to sneak through on the inside in car number 11. Right behind them, Peter Jacobson in car number 76. Jacobson for 5th place at the moment, and look at the pressure. Indian file, half a track exactly. Chris Fing takes it easy. There's 35 laps to go. Beautiful start to a Victorian title. You could ask for no more. Chris Fing leads in car number 7. Second, Gary Pagel. 3rd place at the moment, and we've got a tussle on. Have a look at them. They are locked together. Car number 22. And now Peter Jacobson makes his move in car number 76. Peter Jacobson has gone to 3rd place. Blackburn back to 4th in car number 22, and he's got panels missing off the side of his car. But the lead still to car number 7, Chris Fing. Will he take it out? Jacobson makes his move. Gary Pagel from Queensland runs in 2nd place. Jacobson in 3rd place. Then comes Blackburn in car number 22. Cockrell in 5th place in car number 11. He closes the gap on Blackburn. We've got a great race on our hands at 35-lapper. Chris Fing in 2nd place, car number 2, Pagel. 3rd place, Jacobson. And have a look at them. I tell you what, the first 15 places, they are nose to tail. From turn 3, they're coming out of turn number 2, and they're nose to tail. There's nothing in it. Chris Fing, Pagel, Jacobson, Blackburn, Cockrell in car number 11. Now comes Portland, car number 12, Maxi Carlin making his move. And we're going to have an excellent race here. Can they keep? We've got a car out in turn number 1. There's a car in turn number 1 out of it. Can't leave him there. Boy, oh boy, what a race we've got here. The race was superb. Everything was running to schedule, everything was running beautifully, and we got a car on the fence. Would you believe it? The red light comes on and that car starts up, but he goes to the rear of the field now. He'd been better off starting the car and taking off before they got around there. We now have a restart after. Six laps completed, so we've got 29 to go. 6 laps, we were doing nicely. We get a drop, but go the tail end, it's not waiting. It's half a lap in, and that's the way it was at the start. Thing takes off, Pagel, then we've got Peter Jacobson, followed by Blackburn in 22, Cockrell in car number 11, and Portland 12, Maxie Carlin's going to have to fight his way back as he had to go back to last completed lap and has to pass that car all over again. Chris Wing in car number 7, he leads. In second place to have Gary Pagel in car number 2. Peter Jacobson almost loses out of turn number 2, and sitting behind him Blackburn from Queensland in car number 22, and he's followed by Darren Cockrell in car number 11 running in 5th place. Behind Cockrell we have car number 70, and that's Martin Hawson from Mildura in 70 as Portland 12 Maxie Carlin tried to take him on the outside, and Maxie Carlin could not take him. 1, 2, 3 and 4 still. Oh, here we go, almost a push, nudge in turn 3 and 4 by Blackburn on Peter Jacobson, but the Stewart was right on it, not the head. Still Chris Bing in car number 7 from Queensland, he leads. Second place still to Gary Pagel in car number 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 together. Peter Jacobson hasn't made a move yet on second place. There's lots of laps to go. It's a 35 lapper. 7, 2, 76, 22. Now comes Portland 12 as he goes on the outside of Darren Cockrell. Cockrell, maybe his tyres are gone off early, I don't know. But he's let Portland 12 Maxie Carlin go, and Carlin goes on the outside, and it's cost him because Cockrell will come back under him coming out of turn number 2. But Portland 12 Maxie Carlin, that's where the action is at the moment. 1, 2, 3 and 4 have gone stale. They're sitting there, and Maxie Carlin from Portland in the Kalari colours is making the only move at the moment. I expected Peter Jacobson to start to fire up. He's done nothing at this stage, but there's plenty of laps to go. To lead still to car number 7, Chris Bing. Second place to Gary Pagel in 2. And have a look at it. Blackburn goes on the outside of Peter Jacobson. He makes the move. This will be costly. Peter Jacobson should, but won't. I thought he would outpace him down the back chute, so Jacobson falls back a lap, and I was waiting for Peter Jacobson to make the move. To lead to Chris Bing. Gary Pagel second. Blackburn from Queensland. We've got Queensland 1, 2 and 3, and have a look at them. They're blitzing the Victorians at the moment, but here he comes from Portland. Car 12, Maxie Carlin. He's with them. He's on the top of them. He'll be under them or over them in a minute. And that's where we've got a car out on turn number 4. He's waiting for a gap to pull off. He can't make his move. It's David Glenn in 37. He should see an opening soon, and he's lost his steering. If he stays up the front, he may be okay, and the race will continue. Not at this stage. Have we got a light? Yes, we have. Red's on. Red light. David Glenn is stuck out here. If a car comes out of turn number 4 and ploughs into him, all hell would break loose, so they've pulled the pin and pulled on a red. Needs a tow truck. I think he's lost his steering. Car number 37, David Glenn, out of it, so we've lost, looks like 2 cars so far. To lead still to Queensland, car number 7, route number 77, Chris Fing. Second place in car number 2 from Queensland, Gary Pagel, and another Queenslander had just moved into 3rd place. Whether he's got to go back one on this last completed lap, I'm not sure. Car number 22 is Steve Blackburn from Queensland. Then come Peter Jacobson in car number 76. Carlin, behind Maxie Carlin, Peter Jacobson, then Cockrell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 have taken over. Drop of the flag. We've got 20 laps remaining. Chris Fing, and there he goes. Blackburn makes the move on the outside. Blackburn trying to get on the outside. Maxie Carlin goes with him, and I tell you what, we may have a new leader shortly as they all box together in turns 3 and 4, and they're desperate for this Victoria run. Desperation plus out there. The Indian File Racing has gone wayward now. They're mixing it up left, right and centre. And Cockerell gets a run on the inside of Jacobson. Jacobson comes back at Maxi Carlin, and Jacobson's gone back to fourth. Maxi Carlin's gone from fourth to fifth, and Cockerell's got him on the inside, so he may even lose that at this stage. There's still 16 cars running out there, so we've lost 4 after 17 laps, which is not bad. Chris Bing still leads from Queensland in car number 7. Second is Gary Pagel in car number 2. Third in car number 22 is Steve Blackburn from Queensland. Then comes Peter Jacobson from Portland in 12. We have Maxi Carlin. From Redline we've got Darren Cockerell in car number 11, and I tell you what, Cockerell can stick with him. He may be able to make his move shortly. He gets Portland 12, Maxi Carlin. Cars up towards the fence, but the race continues. And have a look at him. He's opened up a bit of breathing space now. Chris Bing from Queensland in car number 7. Second place to Gary Pagel from Queensland in car number 2. Third place to Blackburn in 22. Peter Jacobson and Maxi Carlin fighting it out. Cockerell starting to fall back a little bit as his tyre's going off. He's blowing, I think. He's blowing smoke, Cockerell in car number 11.